It's something that can make a big difference for people who have trouble hearing. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about ear molds. In this morning's Healthy Habits, we are checking in with Dr. Lana Joseph Ford, the owner of High Level Speech and Hearing. She is here to talk about the process of getting ear molds and the importance of them. Good morning, Dr. J.
Good morning, Malik.
Thanks so much for being here. Hopefully, you can hear me today. And if not, you may need to get an ear mold, like maybe some people watching out there need to get. I want to start with what ear molds are and what's the purpose? How do they help people with hearing trouble?
Yes, great questions, Malik. So, ear molds are actually a part of a hearing aid device or a part of a listening device that helps to provide comfort in the fit of that instrument in your ear. So, they're very, very important, mostly for comfort, but also to make sure that we're getting a precise amount of or volume of noise and sound. So, it's really important to make sure that we wear ear molds as if possible with our custom products and of course with any of our typical universal style products that we use for hearing. And when I say products, I mean listening devices, headphones, things like that. So they really do come into play and help with comfort.
Which is very important to note because it's not just for people who may have hearing trouble. I've had an ear mold done on me because of the television business to help me hear, as well as artists use them when they're on stage. So it's not literally just for people with hearing trouble. For
Right.
people who want better hearing in general, it's important to get an ear mold. And I know there are different types of ear molds. What are some of the different types of ear molds?
Yes, absolutely, Malik. So there are the type that go deep inside of the ear canal. These are the canal size or the smaller size ear molds. They're the type that we utilize for hearing aids, which are the half shell ear molds. They're medium size. And then there are the ones that we utilize similar to what you utilize for broadcasting and TV, which are the full size or full shell, larger ear molds. So the way that I usually determine which type is best is simply based off of a person's hearing or whatever their need for the ear mold actually is.
Very fascinating. And let's talk a little bit about the process because, again, I've gotten an ear mold done and the process is very different. Explain the process for us on when someone comes in to get an ear mold molded.
Absolutely, Malik. So the process is very interesting and it can be kind of, I guess, scary when we're looking at a tool like this, which is what I call an impression gun. It's the tool that we utilize to insert ear mold material or the molding material into your ears. Here's a great picture of it right here. So the first step is to place what we call an odor block in your eardrum. It can be a ball of cotton, it can be a ball of foam, and the purpose of that is just to protect your eardrum from any of the molding material. Very similar to what you'll do when you go to get an impression at the dentist's office. You're getting that protection to make sure the mold doesn't go anywhere that we don't want it to go, but also slowly, right after inserting that otodome or odor block, the audiologist will go ahead and utilize that gun that I showed you guys and that you're seeing here to insert material into the ears, and it hardens. And once it hardens, it pops right out of your ear, and you have your very own custom mold.
And it's cool because once you get it customly, have a custom mold made, it fits perfectly in your ear. The one I had was absolutely amazing. But it's also important for people who have these ear molds to take care of them. What are some of your tips on caring for ear molds?
That's a great question, Malik. So, unlike the hearing aid, ear molds can actually be cleaned with water or alcohol. I try to encourage my patients do not utilize water or alcohol to clean your hearing aid device because it contains electrical components. But your ear mold, if you can just pop it right off, and if you guys can see that right there, the ear mold can actually be washed with soap and water. You can set it in some alcohol to clean it real good. You don't want any earwax to get stuck right in that hole that you're seeing there, which is the hole that we utilize to listen with, or that sound actually comes down into from the hearing aid or from the listening device into your ear from. So we want to make sure that we're always cleaning it properly and doing whatever we have to do to keep it nice and sanitized.
It is true. You need to keep them clean because I did not know this before today. And I would always have just debris and wax, clogging up my earpiece. And I would always ask, what's the problem? I wasn't taking care of
Yeah.
it correctly. And now that I know that, I can take care of it correctly. Remember, everyone, an ear mold is not necessarily a hearing aid, it's part of a hearing aid. And I know you've made hearing ear molds for Drake, right?
Yes,
You know, I always
I
have to
did.
put that in there. She's so cool, everyone.
My
Dr. J,
favorite.
thank you so much for the healthy habits this morning. Do not forget, everyone, Dr. J has two locations here in the area. High Level Speech and Hearing is the name of the business. One of them is in New Orleans on Magnolia Street, and the other is in Harahan on Jefferson Highway. To set up an appointment with Dr. J, all you have to do is call 504-345-2984 or check out this website, highlevelhearingnola.com.